So we're only a couple sleeps away now, all right? Just 2 sleeps away. That's how I look at Dolphins games now. I already told you, this is the first time in, I don't know, like a quarter century where I spend the whole week waiting for the Dolphin game. It's unbelievable. And it's you got to give the Dolphins credit because now, it's not on purpose, but they're taking advantage of the situation. The Heat are struggling. The Heat are off to an extremely slow start. And the Dolphins are as exciting as they've been in a lot of our lives. Now, I say a lot of our lives, I mean like the Dolphin fan that's, like 25 and under. But they're taking advantage. The Heat are struggling, and the Dolphins not only are winning, but they're really exciting. And I spend the whole week waiting for the next Dolphins game. So, 2 more sleeps. Dolphins, Browns. Jacoby Brissett, he stinks. Tua, love him like a son. I don't know. Will that be in big game, not a big game today? I don't know. We'll see. I will tell you, I love every day. Turn on the television. The talking head TV shows, the opinionists, every day. The Dolphins are a major topic. These shows, they have their meetings. We've talked to Joy. We talked to our girl Joy Taylor. They have these meetings. She has a big production meeting before Speak at 4:30 on FS1. Big star of the show, Hollywood Joy Taylor. Best girl. They have their production meetings. And in these production meetings on any of these shows, Get Up, First Take, Undisputed, Speak, any of these shows, at some point in their rundown, in their production meeting, all right, Dolphins, what are we going to talk about regarding one of the most exciting teams in the NFL? Every day, every day, you got to have a segment devoted to the Lakers. Every day, you got to have a segment devoted to the Cowboys. And now, every day, on these shows, you got to have a segment devoted to the Dolphins. I love it. I turn on my television every day, and I don't even care if they're saying something negative. And yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it was, you got the king of Cuck Mountain, Keyshawn Johnson, up there completely changing his tune on Tua as if he hasn't been saying for the last 2 years that the guy sucks. I see you, Keyshawn. Not fooling anybody, but I don't care. I love that they're talking about us. It could be negative. Doesn't matter to me. And at least it's about football. And when I say talking negative, they're not talking about us like saying that we stink, but they're debating something in regards to a relevant team. And that team's the Dolphins. I love it. So here's what we got going on this weekend. Dolphins right now are the second wild card. We got to start keeping track of this stuff because we are now officially in the second half of the season. So the Dolphins right now are the second wild card team. 6-3. So they're 6th overall in the East. I'm sorry, in the AFC. In the East, though, they're a half game back. So, you could, the Dolphins are going to start this weekend 6th and the second wild card spot. And they could be in first in the entire AFC by the end of the weekend. Every one of these games are monsters now the rest of the way. And if you're the Dolphins, you especially have to take advantage because you got Cleveland and then you got the Texans. And then the schedule gets tough again. And like we've been saying the whole time, you got to come out of this stretch 8-3, no excuses. Could be first place in the entire AFC, depending on what goes down this weekend. So here's what we got. Buffalo right now, best record in the AFC, 6-2. And then you got Kansas City, and first place gets a tie. First place gets a bye. You got Kansas City, Baltimore, Tennessee. Those are your other 3 division leaders. And then it's New York Jets, Miami, Los Angeles Chargers. Those are your wildcard teams. Here's what we have this weekend. Buffalo has Minnesota. Josh Allen, he didn't practice yesterday. I don't know if he's going to play. We'll get Jamie Eisenberg's thoughts, CBS Sports Fantasy Football. He's going to join us coming up. Buffalo could definitely lose that game. Even if Josh Allen were playing, Buffalo could lose that game. Minnesota's got 1 loss so far this year. Kansas City, they're against Jacksonville. They're going to win. Baltimore. Now, you say, hey, Dolphins on tiebreak with them. They're a division leader, all right? So that doesn't matter right now. Baltimore's off this week. Then you got Tennessee, also division leader. They're 5-3. Tennessee has Denver this week. Then you got the Jets, who of course own the tiebreak right now with the Dolphins. That's why they're 5th and the Dolphins are 6th. Jets are off this week. We can jump them. And then finally, right below the Dolphins, you got the Chargers at 5-3, half game back of the Dolphins, same in the loss column. They're at San Francisco. I would expect them to lose that game. So Buffalo could lose this week. Matter of fact, I think Buffalo will lose this week. New York's off. And if the Dolphins win this week, if the Dolphins jump to 7-3, Kansas City, you got to assume, is going to win. They would be 7-2. We're looking at if the Dolphins win this weekend, Buffalo loses to Minnesota, Kansas City beats Jacksonville, Dolphins will be 2nd place in the AFC Monday morning. How you look at it? Now, of course, if Kansas City were to lose to Jacksonville, that's how the Dolphins get to 1st place. If Buffalo loses and Kansas City lose and the Dolphins beat the Browns, the Dolphins would be number 1 in the AFC, looking down at everybody saying, sup? Right now on my television, how about that? I told you. Right now on my television, you're always going to have the Dolphins as a national topic. I got Get Up on my TV right now. You got Sam Acho saying Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the league MVP this year. I love it, man. Every day, Dolphins are a major talking point. I love it so much. Man, can we start the show? Can we do a Monday show here? ZASLOW Show 2.0, kicking off week 3. Make sure you subscribe, rate, like, comment to the podcast, wherever you listen to your podcast. And, of course, go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@ZASLOW Show. Same drill there. You know the drill. Can we start the show Monday and the Dolphins are 1st place in the AFC? I mean, the way that I'm seeing it right now, there's a legit chance they'll be 2nd place. Can they be 1st place in the AFC?